Alright, let's see here. Remember the flowers. Flowers? I don't recall receiving a bouquet from anyone. Jokes aside, this is the one I've had my eye on for some time because I've asked a lot of people about what they read. Not many people mention Remember the Flowers, but the people that have mentioned it speak very highly about it. Maybe I would like to give this a try. Maybe. I say maybe, but I'm sitting right here, ready to read. Anyway, start! See Sal, huh? Hey, he's losing a lot of blood. Are you sure it's a good idea to just leave him? Of course not. But we can't get back to the Invik, but we can at least... It'll be fine. We'll keep him covered. Hey, help me move these crates. I feel like I'm slipping in and out of consciousness. Where am I? Why can't I open my eyes? Hey, don't worry. You'll be okay. Who? Shh. Just rest. I'll be back soon. I can feel him lift my head and wrap something tight around it before placing something soft between me and the wall. That'll have to do for our first aid. Okay, let's move out. Right. Okay. Wait, where are you going? Where? Hello? Something hard hits my forehead, causing me to jerk my head up. No, it's a professor. If my lectures are so boring, feel free to leave. I will leave, thank you very much. I look at my desk. He threw a chalk stick at me. We're on the third row of the lecture hall, too. I don't know if I should be impressed or annoyed, but maybe I'm a little bit of both. Sorry, sir, I must have dozed off. I don't need you to tell me that. As a doctor, I'd hope not. I muttered to myself. What was that? Nothing, nothing. And with that, my professor scoffs and turns back toward the board, pulling a new stick of chalk from a box. What a geezer. So is all the sticks they throw, are they just like not usable anymore? Chapter 1, Freedom. I pick up the bit he threw at me. If I had some more of my confidence in my aim, I'd throw it right back at him. Hey, I know what you're thinking. I turn to my right, to Diana. Oh, you always seem to. Diana, huh? It's not worth it. I know, but you can get him back by proving yourself on the upcoming test. I forgot about that. The past few nights have been kind of a blur on the account of... Were you up practicing again? Maybe. Diana sighs at that, to which I grimace. You know, you've really nailed your impression of my mom. Well, what do you expect? You stay up all night every night. Who wouldn't be concerned about that? I know. She's right, as much as I don't want to admit it. Sorry, I'm still adjusting to this new program, and I'm trying to figure out how to weave my own personal projects. Diana pauses before placing an arm on my shoulder. No, don't be sorry, I shouldn't be nagging you. At least not this much. I laugh. No, I kind of appreciate it. It shows how much you care. Well, I'm glad that's coming through. I've always been a bit worried about you. You and me both. At the very least, you seem to be absorbing a lot of the information being thrown at you. It's almost unfair how well you do on the exams with how little you study. I've always wondered that, man. How would you know how much he studies? Or she? I don't even know who we are. It's all thanks to you. You've helped me a lot without figuring out my study habits. Clearly not enough. How much sleep did you get last night? Irrelevant, I'm sure. I tried to yawn discreetly into my hand, but I guess it wasn't as discreet enough as our professor whips around and zeroes in on us. I can feel Diana's arm tense up as if we got caught doing something promiscuous. Something I should be aware of, you two? Well, Diana stands up. Oh, well, you see, he was just helping me understand the new material on the frontal cortex. I was having trouble wrapping my head around it. She's trying to play it off. Oh, is that so? Diana, I expected better from you, than to not associate with anyone who could drag you down. And I feel myself getting heated. Who the hell does this dude think he is? Would a fine gentleman like to stand up and share with the rest of the class? No, sir, because you guys are not worthy of the information that I can give. There are some whispers and murmurs across the room, all directed at us. I look at my peripheral. Diana has that "oh, I fucked up" look on her face. Shame, man. Still, I stand up. With all due respect, sir, which isn't much. I'm aware that you're a tenor, but I don't think it's wise to force your job on your unemployed students. Or did you forget how much of our tuition costs, along with a giving proper explanation on the frontal cortex? Grasps a rep from the class. That's actually so based. I feel hot to the face, but I'm keeping cool. I can't say the same for our professor. I think he just snapped his new stick of chalk in two. I can see him squirm to find some kind of legal retort. Tenure or not, I'm pretty sure he's throwing shit at me as grounds for removal. Maybe not, but I'm not gonna crack to the likes of him. I shift my hand to my hip. I'm waiting, Professor. Now he's looking red on the face, more so out of anger. I bet that's the most blood flow he's gotten in a while. He grumbles something insulting under his breath before turning to angrily write with his now broken chalk. Oh my word. That's what I thought, asshole. I sit back down and take a deep breath. I'm not cut out for these kind of performances, and neither is Diana. We look at each other, somewhat mortified, before bursting out into laughter. It's thankfully covered by the bell. I was gonna say, if he turns around and hears you laughing at him now, he's gonna fucking drop a nuke on this entire auditorium. I help Diana gather her notes. She has a real knack for organized chaos. I guess I've rubbed off on her as well. Okay, but then, also, this is like some kind of high school, well, not high school, this is more like a college life. But what was that in the beginning? Someone being shot or something? We make our way out of the lecture hall, still laughing. Now this is dynamic duo friendship, that's cute. Their music tracks are shown in the top left corner. I still don't know if I should mute them, but I'm just gonna leave it playing for now. But those are there, by the way, so. Glad to see you've been taking notes from Damien. Who the hell's Damien? Oh yeah? How so? Well, you were a pretty timid guy growing up. I remember having to beat up your bullies for you. To be fair, you were pretty good at Kung Fu, weren't you? Damn right. She shows off a standard kick. I have to admit, I wish I had her coordination. What's your point, though? Well, let's see. How long have you been dating Damien? Ooh, okay. Interesting. I think our first anniversary's coming up. Who the hell's Damien? What the fuck? I don't know who Damien is. Oh, wait. Really? I'll need to plan something. Anyways, wait, don't change the subject. Anyways, as I was saying, you were pretty quiet growing up. Sure, you kind of grew out of it a bit. You started getting, I don't know, more confident? What can I say? He's my better half. I give an exaggerated gay sigh, which Diana snorts. Ha! Well, he certainly left an impression on you. I guess being around the star of the college at the basketball team will do that to you. What? Okay. Oh my god, stop. Someone's gonna hear you. I tried to shush her, but she just covers another laugh with her hand. Guess you got somewhat more confidence to build, though. Besides, weren't you on the Jumbotron? What the hell is a Jumbotron? I think I'm getting a phone call. Diana crosses her arms as I struggle to pull out my phone. She has a knowing expression on her face. I slide my phone and hold it to my face. Hello? Oh, hey, Mom. Yeah, no, school's great. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, no, I'm still adjusting, but it's okay. And then my phone starts actually ringing and vibrating in my hand, ruining my attempt at fooling Diana. Who am I kidding? Who would be fooled by that? I think your phone's ringing. Thank you for telling me. I'll be picking it up now. I give a slightly annoyed huff as I actually go to answer the phone call. It's from Damien and my face immediately brightens. Hello? Oh, is this Damien? What is happening? That is not what I expected from a basketball player. Actually, maybe it is. No, so Diana's got that smug shit-eating grin on her face. So Damien, right? Hey, sorry to call. We're about to head out for our afternoon run, and I didn't have the time to text. I just wanted to know if you're still on for tomorrow night. No worries, and yeah, I'll make sure everything's ready. You make sure to drink plenty of water, okay? Okay, you got it, dude. See you at the cafeteria for dinner? You know it. Love you. Stay safe. Love you too. Oh, that's adorable. I really like this. The exaggerated smooch Damien makes is loud enough for Diana to hear. That's actually kind of cute. I like that. I almost cringe, but eventually I do the same thing for him. I can hear him giggle before hanging up. Okay, I immediately like this Damien character. I was like, wait, who the fuck is Damien? And they show Damien immediately. I'm like, oh, so that's Damien. I sigh happily as I stuff my phone in my pocket before turning my attention towards you-know-who. What? You guys are so cute! She's holding her cheek, gushing over us as she usually does. Stop. It's true though. Ah, young love. Diana giggles, and with that we continue our walk back to our dorms. So, what you got planned for tomorrow? It's a secret. Oh. Don't get any ideas. Oh, I would never. I roll my eyes at that before getting my phone out to show something to her. We're going to a show tomorrow. Oh, exciting! Kinda surprised. Didn't know you were into that kind of scene. I'm really not, but Damien was so excited that this band was coming to town, I couldn't say no. I paused. What? Also, I do want to get out of my comfort zone, even just a little bit. I getcha. Do you guys need a DD? What? Wouldn't hurt. Are you sure you wouldn't mind? Not at all. I got tomorrow off. I'll text Damien and let him know. Thanks, Diana. I appreciate it. Of course. We chat about this and that for a little while longer before coming to the split between the dorms. They're not co-ed, so we don't actually live together. Oh, before I forget, do you want to visit the greenhouse this weekend? I don't know. I'll have to see how I'm feeling in the next morning. You're not going to have a 2-day hangover. How about Sunday afternoon? I sigh through my nose. Can't get around it. I've been skipping out on helping Diana these past few days, or these past few weekends, while figuring out everything on this side of campus. I am already hanging out with Damien Friday nights, and I do owe her one now. There's really no excuse. Yeah, sure. I'll see you Sunday. Want to meet for lunch, then head over? It's a date, so I'll see you then. Yeah, sounds good. I like this character's relationship so far. Also, I still don't know who I am in this scenario. We wave to each other as we walk down our respective paths home. As usual, I wave to the dorm mother. As usual, I skip the faulty elevator and just take the stairs. And as usual, I make my way into my dorm room. It's a lot of usuals. Oh, look at this. This actually looks surprisingly comfy for how blurry it is. I've only been here for about a month, but at least I've got this routine down pat. I think that should say part, if I'm not mistaken. Being in the master's program has its own perks. I call it a dorm room, but it's almost like an apartment, complete with a kitchenette. What's best is I have the place to myself. Nice. Well, mostly. Damien spends the night a lot too. That's nice. That's actually how it should be. This is peak college life right here. I toss my bag on the couch before grabbing a glass of water and promptly chugging it. I'm not used to the summer heat around here. As I strip my overshirt, I look towards the bathroom. I kind of want to take a shower right now, but decide to do it at my usual right time before bed. I sleep better that way. I say that, but I'm gearing up for my afternoon nap without any distractions. You gearing up for your afternoon nap? Damn, this is a fucking college dorm. I plug in my phone, briefly lighting up the pic of Damien holding me from behind as I flail in his grasp. That is awesome, I love that. I smile at it before flopping face first into the squishy pillow. Not even bothering to pull over the blankets, it's still a bit too hot for that. My eyelids are starting to get heavy, and I fall asleep from my afternoon nap. Sorry guys, making sure the teacher got a taste of his own medicine really takes a lot out of you. I'm having trouble opening my eyes. How long was I out? It almost feels like a headache, but it's concentrated only in the back. Lifting my arm is a struggle too. A groan escapes my dry throat. How long have I been sitting like this? With all of my might, I lift my hands up to my face and try to rub my eyes open with my palms. Wait, what is all of this I'm feeling? I pull it, and it tugs at my scalp. It's my hair. Sure, what else is it? Probably a bandage. I'm not lucid enough to panic quite yet, or maybe I am, and this is just a weird dream. In any case, after some more rubbing, I managed to crack my eyes open. Hello? Huh? I'm sitting in an alleyway I've never seen before. Sorry, what happened to... This is probably a dream, because what happened to the comfy bed I just saw? Ooh, this sounds ominous. I like this. Even moving my eyes to look around is a struggle at first. I just woke up, but I already feel exhausted. I take a few breaths, which is somewhat alarming. I thought you couldn't breathe in dreams. Regardless, little by little, I start moving what I can. I can wiggle my toes, and I can move my arms. I kind of need to move them, huh? As my hair is getting in the way of my vision. I can hold my bangs down to nearly my sternum. Oh, do you have like longer hair though? Alright. The length isn't what's most concerning though, it's the fact that my hair is an almost unnatural shade of white. Ah, that aside, I try to feel around, so... okay. I'm against the wall, and my next goal is to try and stand up. Okay, step by step. My joints pop like mad. Seriously, how long have I been sitting here like this? It should not be this hard to just stand up, but my knees are trembling. Nearly hugging the wall with my side, I manage to stand up, albeit quite hunched over. Something slides off of me, but before I can look down to see what it is, I start to stumble. This is ominous. Why is this so engaging already? I kind of like this. As a wave of disorientation washes over me, my vision blurs. I can see stars. I feel dizzy, and I can't keep my breathing steady. It doesn't hurt. Nothing does. Not even the sudden upchuck of stomach acid I expel onto the ground below me. Oh my word. I clutch my stomach as I fall to my knees, breathing erratic. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. But I feel like it should. I'm more confused than scared. I don't have enough time to process what little information I have as I throw up whatever was left in my stomach. It just smells like acid. And just like that, I'm back to sitting against the wall. I shut my eyes, but I can still see colors swirling around the inside of my eyelids. Without any strength, I just sit there and pant. The taste of stomach fluids comes up in my throat with each breath, burning my mouth. I heave again, but nothing comes out this time. Nothing but a guttural belch. Okay, calm down, calm down. I'd say to myself, barely recognizing my own voice. Not surprising, it feels like the only thing to wet my throat in decades was my own bile. Yeah, I don't know if you... That's an odd way to describe it, but I guess it works. I clutch my head and try to control the spinning I'm feeling. After several minutes of trying to catch my breath, calmly my vision starts to settle. I feel disoriented, but I can at least make out what's in front of me now. Again, I look around, trying to get my bearings. As I noted earlier, I'm in some alleyway. I don't know where, though. Tilting my head up, I can see that it's night. The buildings around me seem to stretch taller than they should. I look further in front of me. There are boxes blocking the alleyway. They're stacked pretty high. I look down to the ground and something catches my eye. What, all the puke on the floor? Slowly I bend over to reach over it, not wanting to upset my stomach anymore, and I grab what seems to be a jacket. It's pretty big. I can stretch it out far past so that it would fit me. I wonder who left this here. Were they trying to cover me? Another headache hits the back of my head, and I clutch the side of my face. Well, I think it's already a given that this has something to do with what was going on at the beginning. Ugh, I'm starting to feel nauseous again. I rest my head against the wall and immediately feel uncomfortable. It didn't hurt, but I could tell that I shouldn't have done that. I reach for the back of my head. I feel bandages, a lot of them. Along with that, I can only assume what is crusted up blood. Ugh, how the hell did I end up like this? The last thing I remember was hanging out with Diana and making plans with Damien. I try to recollect more, as much as I can. It's all scattered, like a haze is blocking me from my own memories. Oh, fuck. I exhale with a haggard breath. I'm still hoping this isn't just a weird dream, because I can't even remember my own name. I then spend the next half an hour alternating between doing breathing exercises and having an existential crisis. The more I think about myself, the more I realize I don't know who I am. I'm thinking clearly, but there's not much to think about. All I know is Diana and Damien are very close to me. I wish they were here right now. I feel a sort of sadness at all of the other things I can't remember. My relationships and experiences just gone. One thing's for sure, this is no dream. Maybe it's a nightmare? If it was, it'd be the most boring nightmare I've ever had. I say that, but I'm fairly spooked. I move past the notion of that I'm dreaming, however. The sensations I've felt since waking up are too real. Even so, I periodically pinch the skin of my forearm. I can definitely feel the pinching of the skin, but I don't feel any pain. It's basically numb. The same with the back of my head. That blow I must have taken did a serious number on me. It doesn't take a doctor to figure out that's probably why I can't remember anything. Speaking of doctors, I replay the memory of myself and Diana laughing at our professor. It's the only entertainment I have. Well, kind of. I also think back to that earlier memory. I've come to accept the fact that it's real. Despite the fact that my eyes are closed, it all felt so visceral to the point that I can say it happened. Someone mentioned my loss of blood, and someone uncovered me up. Someone left me here. But who? All I have to go on is this jacket they left behind for me. It's simple enough, but I don't recognize the style. Not that I can't talk about fashion. It's better than what I have on. I can't tell if I'm wearing hospital scrubs or a prison uniform. Wish I had some socks. The more I wake up, the more I realize how cold I am. I sigh. Eventually I look toward the other side of the alleyway. I don't think I could move these boxes easily, if at all. But I should at least look for help. I'm starting to get annoyed with my body, as I still struggle to do all the simplest of tasks. I can hear my panting echo through the alleyway, along with something else. Huh? The sound of footsteps. Oh, this is interesting. Why do I like this? Why am I so engaged already? What is this? I try to hold my breath. I think someone's on the other side of those boxes. Do I call out to them? Do I hide? Not that there's much room to hide. Whatever's out there starts pulling the boxes out one by one. I don't know what's in those boxes, but they don't look like they're easy to throw around. They're just chucking them like it's nothing. I can feel my knees start to tremble. A chill runs down my spine and my teeth start to chatter. Both my knees give, and I'm basically on my ass against the wall. The fear is starting to get overwhelming, and my vision starts to blur again. There aren't many boxes left, and something starts to show between the cracks. A light. Oh God, that is bright. Hello? A flashlight. Before I know it, the ray of light is covering me. Oh God, this is bright. It's a task to lift my arms to block out the beam, and even harder to keep them in the air. I was already struggling to move without fearing for my life. I don't think I can take much more of this. I'm getting overstimulated. I feel like I'm shutting down. As I start to succumb to my panting, the light suddenly shifts. Slowly I open my eyes, peeking through the cracks of my fingers. Yes? Hello? Whoa, whoa, whoa. The person, no, the beastman holding the gun, moves one step closer. Excuse me? Also, is this my character? What is their name? We don't even know their name. This is so weird. Okay, long white hair, and there's the bandage. I don't know what they're wearing. Their legs look like they've taken a beating. And who is this? I mean no harm, not that I can do much harm. Don't move. I wasn't... okay. He says in a gruff, commanding voice. If I was cold before, I'm frozen now. I'm just sitting here trying to follow his movements the best I can with what little I can see. Through the slits of my fingers I can ascertain one thing. He's a wolf, and a tall one at that. The wolf circles around me. I can see him clearly in my peripheral. He can see my face now along with the terrified expression I'm wearing. Gun or not, he could rip me to shred with those claws. Not that there's much to rip apart. Yeah, something already kind of did that for you. I don't stand a chance at running in my current condition. Hell, I can barely stand up. So I sit here, waiting to see what he's going to do with me. He's a few feet away, gun still pointing at me. What kind of gun is that? That's a very odd-looking weapon. Upon closer inspection, it looks like the size of a pistol. But it doesn't look like any model I've seen. Exactly what I was saying. Man, maybe I should read the dialogue. The wolf shifts his head, looking all over my body. My teeth chattering again, reverberating through the alley. He walks up closer with intent. I shut my eyes. That's all I can do. This is the worst my breathing has been since I woke up. I can feel my empty stomach churn and my dehydrated eyes strain and to tear up. The only thing that pulls me out from my panic attack is the feeling of something soft under my chin. Hello, person. Wow, this person looks good. I don't see a gun in hand anymore. He starts to lift my head slowly with his paw. His paw pads feel like worn leather under my chin. His breath is hot on my face. Now more than ever, I wish this was just a dream. The wolf squints his eyes and speaks to me. I can't make it out as the ringing in my ears is too loud. That's all I can muster. The wolf closes his eyes before pulling his hand away. He sits in front of me. We're eye level with each other. Yes? Are you okay? Huh? He pauses once more before repeating himself again. Are you okay? I don't respond. I'm not in the right state of mind to. He seems to pick up on this. Calm down. I'm not gonna hurt you. The wolf places the gun he was holding on the ground and slides it to the other side of the alley. See, if I wanted to, I would have already. That's one gun gone. What about the other one on his back? My eyes veer to it, which he notices. I'm not taking that one off. It would be too much work. He states the matter-of-factly before switching to a crisscross position. You're okay, you're okay. This is taking an interesting turn. Breathe in. He pulls them closer, almost in a clapping motion. And breathe out. I'm slowly transitioning from panic to confusion, which I say is an upgrade. For some reason, the inflection in his voice sounds weird. He's speaking English undoubtedly, but something's off about it. I can't put my finger on it. Is it a dialect? Regardless, I do as he says and start to match my breathing with his movements. We do this for a while, and slowly but surely it seems to be working. With enough time and effort, and with the help of this wolf, I bring myself out of my self-induced panic attack. After one final deep breath, I manage to get back to breathing just through my nose. I'm still breathing faster than I would like to, but it's a start. There. How are you feeling? He takes a deep breath as well. I guess that did take longer than it needed to. Tired and dizzy. I finally drop my hands down for a moment before I hold my head. Feels like I've swapped a panic attack for a headache, but I thought nothing hurts. I'm not surprised. Huh? Hi. The wolf gets closer to me, to my head. Wow, I really don't like how close he's getting. You've lost a lot of blood. Gently, he holds my chin and shifts me to the right, revealing the back of my head. He leans in closer and takes a few sniffs. I can feel his breath again as I start to get apprehensive. I instinctively pull back. Gentle or not, this isn't really helping with my anxiety. You're still scared. Huh? He leans in again. I can feel the wetness of his nose on my forehead as he trails around my head before sniffing around some more. Okay, somehow this went from kind of wholesome to kind of interesting and not in a good way. Sorry. The wolf says bluntly before Pete pulls back. It's a habit of mine. Okay. What's your name? That's a good question. That's what I've been asking this entire time. He suddenly asks. I literally don't have an answer for him. I don't know. The wolf doesn't seem fazed by that. What do you know? I don't know. My emotions feel like a metronome, swapping between being scared and confused at the drop of a dime. I like to believe that he's right. If he wanted to hurt me, he would have already. Now that I think about it, I don't think he could hurt me either way on the account of not feeling any pain, but didn't you say you had a headache? You know what? I'm not even gonna question it. Well, that's not true. He could break my legs, and even if I couldn't feel it, I'd be at his mercy. That flash of imagery in my head makes me shudder. Wait here. Huh? His voice snaps me out of my imagination. He stands up and then moves near the alley entrance. I cock my head to the side and try to see what he's doing. Huh? What was that sound? The wolf waves a paw over his right wrist. A small screen lights up in front of him. It seems to be coming out of his bracelet that he's wearing. I squint, trying to make heads or tails of it. Seriously, where the hell am I? That's a bit futuristic. What is this? Whatever he's doing, he's tapping furiously away on it with his fingers. For a moment, he places his free paw on his chin. He looks deep in thought. All of a sudden, he turns his attention back to me, looking me over once more, before tapping away again. He waits. Then I hear something. A notification? Then he starts tapping again for about a minute before sliding the screen away. Okay, can you stand? I'm gonna take you home now. Home? You mean your home? Here. The wolf walks up to me before getting me to stand on my feet. Okay. He carefully gets under my armpits and lifts me up slowly, trying to keep me stable. How's that? Wait a minute. I stumble nearly to my knees and he catches me. It's okay, I can carry you if you want. I said wait! I raise my voice and the wolf's eyes widen a bit. I push him away, choosing to slump against the wall. Yeah, first off, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck am I? What the fuck is this place? And also, what the fuck is the brand of that watch you're wearing? At least I'm standing, even if barely. Who the hell are you? Where the hell am I exactly? How do you know where I live? Even through my adrenaline from earlier has worn off, I'm starting to get a hit of rising paranoia. I barely even know where I live. You can't seriously expect someone with a head injury to just go with someone they don't know. Quite feisty for someone even with a head injury. The wolf sighs before walking over and then sitting him down in front of me again, so that I'm looking down at him. I'm kind of glad he did. My knees feel like they're about to give out and I sit back down on the ground. I don't know how to explain this without alarming you, but you're going through a fairly common experience around here. He then taps the side of his head, bearing the head injury. What do you mean? The wolf scratches the back of his head. It's best that you know as little as possible, unless absolutely necessary. That's a horrible way to build trust. I didn't mean to say that out loud, but I did mean it. I don't need your trust. I could take you by force if you really want me to. The fur on the back of his neck bristles and my fear spikes again. He flattens back down before rubbing the back of his neck. Relax. It won't come to that if you just cooperate. I'll say this. I've done this before, many times. Done what? Taken humans home, amnesiac or not. How do you know where I live? The wolf pauses. Do you know where the resume is? No, should I? The wolf exhales, almost in relief. Whether or not you do doesn't matter to me. Resume is one of the few cities that it's mainly just humans around here. Okay, so where's around here? The wolf shakes his head. We can talk about that later. Honestly, we've dialed long enough. Just know that I've contacts there. He lifts his paw, pointing to the weird bracelet. I've confirmed a meeting point to get you home safely. I open my mouth, to which he interrupts. And before you ask any more questions, I've gave your description of your appearance, and it just matched up with someone who's missing. I close my mouth. I guess you have done this before. It's kind of surprising myself. I'm taking all of this in way too quickly, aren't I? I guess when your head is nearly empty, anything new becomes acceptable. Regardless, I'm going to at least try to remain skeptical. How do I know that you're just not setting me up? The wolf smirks at that. You don't. What would you be able to do in your current situation if I was, though? He has a point. Don't know where or who I am. I wouldn't be able to make it far. I sigh. I can't tell if my ears are still ringing or if there's alarm bells going off in my head. I resign myself. I really don't have a choice. Okay, fine. It's not like I trust you, though. That's wise. I won't do anything to hurt you. You can count on that. We'll see, I guess. With that out of the way, the exhaustion starts to catch up. I slowly scoot myself back to my familiar spot against the wall. I can barely stand up, let alone walk. Not to already impose, but you wouldn't happen to have any food or water, would you? The wolf thinks it over before turning toward the alley, listening. Yeah, we could probably have a quick bite to eat. Let me just... He walks over to the pile of crates and starts stacking them again, providing some decent coverage. There, that should be fine. I doubt anyone will go through all the trouble to get through to that. Besides you. Fair enough. Touché. Actually, that does make me curious. This is an interesting thing. Before the wolf sits down, he plops the bag he had slung on his shoulder onto the ground. It looks a bit weird, almost like a violin case with its angle straightened out. Wait, I'm getting distracted. Maybe you are. So, how did you know I was here? Huh? Oh. The wolf taps his snout with a couple of fingers. Oh, fair enough, he can probably smell you. It was faint, but I could smell you from a couple of blocks away. He pauses. Well, your blood, anyways. I see. Well, why did you go through all the trouble of finding me? The wolf takes out what seems to be a canteen and places it in front of me, along with some kind of package wrapped in what feels like plastic. Afterwards, he moves to sit next to me against the wall. I take a lot of odd jobs. I wasn't looking for you per se. I was just in the area when I caught your scent. He takes his own package, ripping it open. Some kind of food? You should consider yourself lucky. By the looks of it, you wouldn't have lasted another day or two. Looking over myself, I'd say he's right. I'm skin and bones, with an empty stomach and a concussion. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of surprised I made it this long. I lean forward to pick up the canteen thing. I can feel a liquid inside, but I don't see a way to use it. It's a rectangular shape with no discernible opening. Waff. He's eating, isn't he? He looks up from whatever he's eating. There's water in here, right? How do I open it? He swallows. Oh. He leans over and slides his finger across the top. A small opening appears. There's got some nutrients in it that should help. Just drink slow. Uh-huh. I do as I'm told. Maybe it's because I'm so dehydrated, but this water does taste pretty rich. It's almost heavy. I choke on it for a moment, but swallow it down soon, not wanting to waste any of it. I smack my lips a bit, as if it's alcohol. Are you okay? Yeah, it's just a bit strong. Just drink it slowly. I nod, a tad embarrassed from my lack of coordination. He seems like I say seem like it, but I suppose looks can be deceiving, but he seems like a nice guy. Regardless, I'm thankful for the drink. My throat even starts to feel better in just a few minutes. Maybe it was medicine he fed you. Not wanting to drink it all myself, I mimic what he did earlier to close the canteen. On second thought. The wolf reaches over and takes the package he gave me. I'm just going to take a guess that, judging by how you reacted to that water, you could use something a bit lighter to eat. He rummages once again in his bag before handing me a small parcel. Bro, if you got like an entire journey's worth of food in that bag, that should be a bit lighter. It doesn't really taste like much, but it's got some protein. Curious, I reach over and pick it up. It feels like it's wrapped in paper, though there's no labels. Even with what little strength I have, I open it fairly easily. What's inside kind of looks like salt and crackers, but brown instead of manila. I lift one up and smell it. It's like beef jerky, but only faintly. If I'm being honest, they don't look very appetizing. Beggars can't be choosers, though. I take one of the crackers and bite into it. Thankfully he's right, it doesn't taste like much. A little salty and a bit sweet, but not much else. Definitely the texture of a cracker. I'm just glad I got something to drink. After a few minutes of eating, I look over to the wolf. He's enjoying his meal, or at least I think he is. Man, how did I end up here? Now that I have time to think, I realize something. I don't recognize his voice from the ones I heard before. I decided to speak up about this. Yeah, someone abandoned me here. Oh, right. I think there were people who left me here, but I can't really remember. The wolf looks over at me with a curious look. Do you remember anything about them? No, not really. Just a little bit of a conversation. Probably right after I got this dent in my head. Down here, I better not step on that like I did before. I'm gonna be so pissed. I pat the crumbs off my shirt and hold up the jacket I woke up with. I have this, but that's it. The wolf looks it over before he grabs it from my hands and smells it. And he scrunches his nose. I guess he didn't like how it smelled, because he balls up and tosses it to the side. I think it would be best to leave it here. Take my word. Oh, okay. I started thinking to myself, whoever left that for me, I think they had my best interests in mind. Their voices seemed reassuring at least. Although to be fair, they did leave me here like this. I should be more careful. A voice isn't enough to judge a character. Oh wait, what's your name? That's what I've been asking this entire time. Like, who am I? Who are you? Where is this place? I need names, places, dates. We had such a shaky start that I completely forgot to ask. My name. He pauses and then sighs. Is he gonna give me a fake name? Cooper. Just don't tell anyone. Why? You ask a lot of questions, you know that? Well, yeah, no shit. So I don't know where I am. No shit, I'm gonna ask a lot of questions. To be fair, you're making it hard not to. Just eat your food. Okay? Once again, I do as I'm told. Sitting in this strange alley with a strange beastman, eating this strange food. I wonder how Damien would react in this situation if he were here with me. I bet he tried to carry me so we could get as far from this place as possible. A little fragment flashes through my mind of Damien giving me a piggyback ride. I think he convinced me to play basketball with him, and he whooped my butt. I remember being tired, just not as much as I am now. I sigh. I really miss his piggyback rides. I don't think the Resume place is my home. It's not much, but I have some memories of where I lived. Oh? I just don't know how to make sense of all this. I'm not surprised. Well, as far as I'm aware, Resume is your home. He pauses. Even if it's not, Resume is known for getting people back to where they belong. What do you mean? Well, Resume is a hotspot for humans, almost a sanctuary. I'm sure they could get you back to wherever you came from. I hope so. Cooper flicks his ear at that. I guess he can sense my dejection, though I'm not really hiding it. Where do you come from? Nowhere worth mentioning. He dodges my question and stands up, listening intently. I think it's time we head out. How are you doing? Well, better. I don't think I'm in any condition to move around much. Can you walk? I grunt as I try to stand up. It wasn't much. The combination of water and protein crackers is at least giving me strength to stand and walk a bit. Kind of, but I don't think for very far or long. We'll take breaks if it comes to it. I can carry you. Okay. Well, why is he helping us, I wonder? I stretch, popping all my joints again, but this time it feels really good. Just glad to be off my butt for a bit. I should mention, when we're out of this alley, it'd be best to keep talking to a minimum. Why? There are people trying to find you as we speak. Then that's bad? Very. I can't disclose much, but I'll say this. Your life will be a living hell if they find you. Maybe it's just because I'm getting more lucid, but maybe I'm not really fazed by that. That kind of worries me. Wait, are you under contract? In a sense. As I've said, I've done a lot of escort missions. It tends to be easier the less people I know. That doesn't sound skeevy or anything. Cooper looks out to the alley, then back at me. Look, there's a lot out there, and with your current mental state, I don't think it'd be a very good idea to overwhelm you. Maybe. I don't know. I close my eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Being left in the dark ain't much better. You'll be fine. I'm sure you've been through worse. I wouldn't know. Cooper actually chuckles at that, before returning his gaze to the alleyway opening. Gotta do this in a way that's not suspicious. I think I'll leave that to you. Didn't really offer. Fair enough. After about 5 minutes, he manages to remove most of the boxes fairly quietly. We're free to leave the alley. I'm both nervous and excited. You said we shouldn't talk, right? Only if absolutely necessary. Whisper if you need to. I'll probably hear it. Why? Can we write? Do you have an axiom? An axiom? Huh? A what? I'll take that as a no. He points to his bracelet. I can communicate through this via text, but that's it. What about pen and paper? Cooper looks at me as if I've said something truly bizarre. I don't know how to write like that. Wait, what? I didn't use them much outside of class, but at least I know how. Okay. You do? Weird. What the? You're the one to talk? I think to myself, grumbling. Oh, right. He looks over at me. I'm slowly getting used to that. What should I call you? Huh? I'm not sure. The thought hadn't really crossed my mind. What do I call myself? Cooper pauses again, thinking. Well, until you come up with something, I'll just call you human. Okay. Before we officially venture out, we do a little bit of cleaning in the alley. Wait, what? Cooper tells me we should try to avoid leaving anything behind, sans that jacket he tossed. Sans. Thankfully there's not much, just the wrapping from our food and... Oh, I forgot Cooper's other gun. It'd definitely lead to trouble if we left something like that lying around. As I'm about to pick it up, I think to myself, is it a good idea to touch something like this? Hey Cooper, you left your gun over here. Is it okay for me to pick it up? Oh, good call. Yeah, the safety is on. Just try not to slide anything on it. Slide anything on a gun? Okay, I know my motor skills are a bit rusty, but I should be able to pick up a gun without firing it, right? I gulp. I'm hovering my hand over it inches away before a yellow arm invades my vision. Relax, you're not gonna set it off. The wolf casually picks it up and even twirls it. See? If you say so. Here. Cooper then carefully takes my arm and plants the pistol into my hand. Should you really be trusting me with a firearm that I've never seen or used before? It's cool to the touch, and smooth. It almost feels like a smartphone screen. My grip is firm on it, but I don't want to drop it. Still, I do turn it slowly to get a decent look at it. It looks cool. It's not what I would normally picture a gun to look like, though. It's sleek and pretty light. However, it's still a gun and I don't trust myself with it. It's neat. Here, take it back. Cooper takes it and holsters it at his hip. I guess giving you a self-defense weapon is out of the question. Would that be necessary? In your position, yes. Why does whoever they are want me so bad? Classified. Figures. You ready to head out? As ready as I'll ever be. Oh, what is this? He takes out his bracelet or axiom, I don't know how to say that word, and starts to tap away at it. Now that I'm close, I can kind of make out what he's doing. The screen is pretty clear, even with being somewhat translucent. I can't make out a lot though. It looks blurry, almost as if censored. Okay, you can read that? I can. You can't? Oh, he swipes the screen away. I thought he said that as a question. No offense, but I'm not gonna register you into it. Okay. Whatever that means. We're gonna head to the nearby plaza. It's late, but there should be a shop open. For what? I figured you could use a change of clothes. He grimaces. Glad I just got paid. You don't have to do anything. I'll manage. That's nice of you, human, but it's more out of necessity. Your current getup would be suspicious to just about anyone. I look at what I'm wearing. He has a point, although I'm not sure what kind of fashion they even have here. If I could choose, I'd probably wear something with sleeves. The scars along my arms and legs are kind of off-putting, especially to me. Do you have any suggestions? Yeah, I'm not the person to ask about clothes. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay. We both look over the alley, making sure it's empty enough. Alright, let's start moving. Tug on my sleeve or something if you need anything. And remember, keep quiet. Okay. And with that, we make our way out of the alley. Let's do this. What on earth? Oh, this is very futuristic. I kind of like it. Uh-huh. If only it weren't so blurry. It's hard to tell what time it is, but I guess it's after midnight. There's no one out on the streets besides a few cars. Are they flying cars? Some flying cars at Okay, yeah, maybe Cooper was onto something about the scary outside world. What's more is that they're fairly quiet. Just a slight hum. We walk on the sidewalk. The material is somewhat warm against my bare feet. I can't tell what it's made out of. It feels very weird. I really wish I had some shoes. Cooper walks along the street, keeping me somewhat close to the walls of the nearby buildings. Their walls look sleek and unnaturally smooth. If I had to guess, they look like the same material that's the gun that Cooper has. The surfaces just look like big phone screens, highly reflective. I don't look long though, not wanting to see my face. We make it a block or two before I tug at Cooper's sleeve. Cooper, what the fuck is this place? Cooper perks his ears in my direction. I whisper as quietly as I can. Sorry, break? Sure. I lean against the wall behind me, taking a few breaths. I was hoping I'd last longer. The fact is that it's in the middle of the night doesn't help. I'm feeling pretty sleepy. I mean, at least Cooper's being nice. Like, he could be very uptight about this, but he's not. Here, this should help. Before I can ask, he takes out his axiom. I think he draws a circle on the screen. Huh. As he does, the outline of the circle lights up on the ground. With another tap, Cooper slides the axiom off. And a cylinder rises from the ground, stopping at my cough. Cooper must see my stunned expression. What's the matter, old man? Never been to the city before? At this point, I don't know if I'm more stunned at what he just did or what he just called me. Old man? I'm like 26. I spit out a hiss. Never seen human that young with hair that old. And keep it down, would ya? He's lucky I'm mature, or else I'd call him out for provoking me like that. I stare at him, sticking my tongue out. A human that young with hair that old. I don't like where this is possibly going. I huff and sit down on my new seat. It's not very big, but it's enough for me to sit fully on it without sliding off. It's warm, almost like a heated seat. Curiously, I glide my hand along the side. It's almost soft in that worn plasticky kind of way. Handy. Cooper rests against the building while I take my break. He's tapping away at his axiom again. I try to look at it some more. I can see pictures, I think, but that's about it. Looking around, there's not much to talk about in terms of the architecture. Most buildings look the same, being rectangular without much detail. The ones that don't look a bit older, but not in terms of architecture. I've never seen this style. They just look more worn out than the rest. Cooper keeps an ear out for a few cars that come our way, but he doesn't seem too worried. Not even for the ones a few stories above us. It's kinda scary, seeing stuff like flying cars all of a sudden. I instantly think about a scenario where one malfunctions and just falls straight onto me. Ever the pessimist. I shake my head and stand up. Turning to Cooper, I give him a thumbs up. He gives me a puzzled look before doing it back. Albeit a tad bit weird. Does he even know what that means? This no-talking thing isn't gonna work. I sigh before gesturing for him to lead the way. Thankfully he understands that, and we're walking along again. Once again, I start to think to myself, I've come to accept that I'll be doing that a lot now. Seriously, this place is huge. It's a wonder how people don't get lost around here. There are signs here and there, but with the building looking so similar, how do they make sense of it all? Oh, my thoughts get interrupted as Cooper suddenly pulls me into a nearby alley. Huh? Hey you. What? Shh. He covers my mouth abruptly and huddles me against the wall. I furrow my brows. Where did this come from? Oh fuck, did he see one of those guards? I can't see anything out of this alley. Cooper is resting on his side, blocking me. He pulls me against his chest, my scrawny chest against his built one. This is the closest we've been. Yeah, since he put his wet nose on my forehead. With his paw covering my mouth, I can only breathe through my nose. I've never noticed it before, but this dog absolutely reeks. My eyes almost water. His odor is so overpowering. If the guards don't get me, the stench will. God, don't be like that, he's helping. Actually, no. Guards, please come around the corner. Save me! They don't, as much as I sort of wanted them to. I don't see them, but I hear the clamping of boots behind Cooper. When they stop, my heart drops. Uh-huh. Was it the stench that got you now? Boots. Yeah, I heard that. They pick up again after a few moments, their steps fading into the distance. When Cooper removes his paw from my mouth, I take in some fresh air as I move a few steps away from him. I glare at him and whisper in a hoarse voice. Rude. Sorry, they were getting close. They're not the only ones. I actually spit on the ground, getting as much of his stench out of my system as possible. You need a bath. What? Come on, let's go. You think with a nose that good he'd have noticed? I don't think I give him the time to process that as I pull him out of the alley. Yeah, I'm leading the way now. Ugh. My bravado ceases quickly as I need him to actually lead me. We don't talk for the rest of the walk, and thankfully no other guards pop up. This is like a subway. After another few blocks, Cooper points to a building. It's one of the ones with a lit sign. Looks like neon. There, that's our place. I huff. Thank God, my legs were starting to give out again. What is it? Clothing store, I think. You think? Well, I've never been. It was just recommended on the Axiom. By who? Let's go. Okay. We cross the street quickly. Well, as quickly as I can. This is a clothing shop? This looks like a back alley of where all the bad things happen. It isn't until we're walking up against the building I finally realize what's been also off-putting about this city. There don't seem to be any doors on most, if any, of the surrounding buildings. This building has some see-through windows above, but here at the ground, nothing. Just looks like a big wall of plastic. How do we get in? Hang on. He pushes me out of the way before taking out the Axiom, this time drawing more of an archway on the screen. Ah, you make your entrances. Interesting. While he's doing so, an outline in the shape of what he's drawing appears on the wall in front of us. Once it connects, there's a brief flash of light before a new doorway has appeared. Wait here. I'll have one open for you. I can't go through yours? No, don't worry, it'll just take a minute. Before I can protest, Cooper heads into the boutique, and the doorway shuts behind him almost instantly. Okay. It hasn't even been a minute, but the fact that I'm alone out in this strange world is giving me goosebumps. I rub my arm a bit, really feeling the lack of sleeves. I wonder why I can't feel pain, but can feel all this. At least my feet are warm. These heated walkways are nice. I look around some, but I think I see a clock in the distance. 2:46 a.m. No wonder I'm so tired. I yawn and rest against the wall. It's cool compared to the floor, which is weird to say the least. Man, Cooper's taking a long time in there. I start to get worried. Looking back to the clock, it's been several minutes. It's a door, and it's a super futuristic kind of door, but it shouldn't take this long to open a door, should it? Starting to get antsy out here. I'm a sitting duck. I turn to face the wall and start to feel around before pushing. Surely there has to be other ways to open a door around here, right? What if you don't have an axiom? This all seems ludicrous to me. Oh. As I'm feeling around, the outline of an archway lights up. Whee! And it's sucking me in. It's not like I have to walk through this thing. And before I know it, I'm falling face first into the boutique. I yelp, closing my eyes, bracing myself for a plethora of broken bones. Instead, I fall onto something sturdy and supportive. And smelly. Thanks, Cooper. I look up and I'm met with Cooper's concerned expression. I've fallen onto his chest. Cooper's gaze shifts quickly, though, back to one of annoyance. Don't despair, music! I don't know if I can play this. What are you doing? I was trying to find a way in. You are taking too long. You want to get off? More than you know. No, not really. I heave as I basically do a push-up to get off him, but my piddly arms make it difficult. Cooper instead just slowly lifts me up by my collar, like a kitten held by their mother, and gets me off. Thanks, Cooper. I can't believe you survived this long. I don't have a retort. It is admittedly a bit embarrassing to fall face first into your escort like that. I just grumble to myself and work on standing up. Oh my heavens, are you alright? I whip my hand around toward an unfamiliar voice. As my heart starts to race, Cooper places a hand on my shoulder. Calm down, she's the one running the place, he says with some exhaustion as he hoists me up to stand up properly. That's right, just let me know if you need anything and I'll be there to assist you. She jumps. Oh my gosh, your head! Are you okay? Do you need a doctor? Oh, right, I'm bandaged up. Before I can respond, Cooper speaks up. He's fine, he just had too much to drink. He then pulls on my cheek a bit as if scolding me. He needs a fresh set of clothes. Oh, I see, well of course. Just let me know if you need anything and I'll be there in a lickety-split. Thanks. Her energy is a bit overwhelming, but I nod respectively towards her out of habit. She looks like a small sheep, maybe no more than 4 feet tall. Her outfit looks like a green bell hoop uniform, complete with a cute and small hat. Before she walks back to her desk, I catch her name tag. It looks expensive with the name Marantho written in gold lettering. Fancy to say the least, never heard of a name like that though. Wonder if it's a local thing. Okay, enough gawking. My inner monologue is once again interrupted by my escort, who lightly slaps my back. Hey, what was that for? You're taking up the time again. Go find something to wear, something cheap. I rub my back for a moment. I think I feel something. Ugh, I'm just tired. I'm aware, now hurry up. He then scoots me off further into the store while he rests against the wall fiddling with his axiom. Wow, thanks for the help. I wanted to go back to sleep in a real bed. In any case, I start to wander around the store. Nice. That's actually kind of fancy. Everything looks pretty much tacky, to say the least. Lots of weird designs, and most don't look very practical. I shiver, these floors aren't heated. Looking around, I don't see any shoes. If I remember correctly, which is already a stretch, most clothing stores don't hold shoe due to beastmen needing specific shapes and sizes. I guess it's not unreasonable for them to not have any. Regardless, I walk up to Marantha's desk. This might be easier than wandering alone. Plus, Cooper'd get mad at me if I dawdled. I walk up to her desk, I realize something. I think she's asleep. Excuse me, Miss Marantha? I get up closer and yep, she's asleep. She even has a pillow on her desk. I look around for some sort of bell to wake her up. I feel bad, but I do want to get out of here as soon as possible. There's some kind of cube thing next to her nameplate. I tap the cube and sure enough a small ding instantly waking her up. Da-ding! Hello! Oh, sir, did I fall asleep again? Hello, and yes, I guess you did? Oh dear me, I do apologize for that. I hope you weren't waiting long. Her voice sounds like a stuffed animal sheep came to life. She's adorable. It's no trouble at all, ma'am. I'm sorry for waking you. Oh, look at you being so considerate. If everyone around here was like you, this job would be heaven. She hops down from her chair to greet me. She's only a couple of feet shorter than me. I take it you need help deciding? Oh, yes. I need some advice. I'm not looking for anything. I pause. Extravagant. Oh, and here I thought we had some of the most more tame selections around these parts. I guess that explains your accent. She laughs, but I freeze. Oh fuck, that must be why Cooper told me to keep quiet. They could pick me out from a crowd just by talking. Where are you from, sir? She almost thrills as she walks me along the selections. Do I lie? Do I tell the truth? Vermont? She tilts her head at me, smiley expression fading. Oh wow. Well, what? I've never heard of that place. What province is it in? Hey, what's that? Huh? Oh, that's by design. Huh? Phew. I'll have to talk to Cooper about how to handle these kind of situations. I let her chatter on. It's honestly just pleasant to talk to her. She asks about my tastes and what I'm looking for. After I give her the rundown, she claps her hands. Oh, that explains why you thought we had mainly extravagant stuff. You're looking for something minimalist. Sure. I just nod. I don't really think of the clothes as some sort of art. If she can help me get what I want, that's all I care about. In that case, I think over here would be perfect. Despite her legs, she's speedy. I nearly have to jog to catch up with her, which only wears me out more. These were designed by relatively a new designer. He's still up and coming, so I'm sure he'd appreciate your business. I look over and yeah, theirs seem to be pretty standard for me, just how I like it. After a few minutes of pursuing, I pick out a few outfits. They have tags on them, but I can't really tell what currency they're in. I think I can make out a sort of stylized P, but that's about it. I just don't want to break the bank for Cooper. Yeah, shame, he's been helping us so much already. I think these should be fine. Is there any way to try them on? Certainly, follow me, please. I nod again. Her enthusiasm at this time of night is impressive. She scurries off to another wall and holds out her wrist. Huh, she has an axiom too. Hers looks different, cuter than Cooper's. She draws a rectangle on her pink screen, and a door appears on the wall. Here you are, sir, the dressing room. It also has a bathroom if you want to freshen up. When you want to leave, just hit the button on the table. Do you have any questions? Think I'm okay. Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. Aw, aren't you the sweetest? Well, just a holler if you need me. With that, she scurries off back to her desk. I'm so tired I can only muster a half wave to her. She's very nice. I look toward the opening and head in. It's dark for a moment, but a harsh pinkish hue illuminates the area. I have to shield my eyes, dropping my clothes.
Sensing discomfort.
What is that? The lights then tone down drastically to the point of just softly revealing everything.
Is this to your satisfaction, customer?
Sure, I guess. I don't even question it at this point.
Very well, enjoy your stay.
Creepy. I scoop up the clothes and walk around slowly. It's pretty spacious for a dressing room. It's pretty spacious for a dressing room. This place is freaking huge. Who needs this much space to get dressed? There's what seems to be a vanity along a large mirror framed in neon lighting. I'm still far away enough, but it's dawning on me. I have to get a good look at myself. Why am I so nervous? How bad can it be? If my arms and legs are anything to go by, pretty bad. Okay, that's enough. It's still me, whoever that is. I say that, but I close my eyes as I get closer to the table. I feel around to find a place to put the clothes down, then I open my eyes. Wow, my hair is really long. I stroke it gently, really getting a feel for the length. It doesn't look like I've eaten much in a long time either. I'm not withering away. I definitely can't see a lot of bones. Ugh. My cheekbones in particular are fairly pronounced, along with a pasty complexion. Guess I don't get much sun either. Well, you've been sitting in a dark alley injured for who knows how long. This sudden confrontation with my own reflection just makes my mind wander. Where have I been? And with who? I can feel another panic attack coming and I stand up straight. We can panic later, I need to get used to this. What I've become. Interesting. So, is this, I don't know, it's like a college life on the one hand, and then on the other hand, there's like this futuristic place. I take a deep breath and start preparing myself for what's next. What does my chest look like? I don't know, I don't think I want to know. I clutch the bottom of my shirt, and although I hesitate for a moment, I decide to pull the thing off. For a moment I look away from the mirror, but I glance. Then I look fully. Huh? Whoa. Interesting. Wow. I'm not sure if I'm disgusted or just plain shocked. My ribs are easily showing, along with several stitched scars throughout my chest. I trail my finger over them, which makes me shudder. Didn't really realize it, but my hands are pretty cold. I repeat my new mantra. How the hell did I end up like this? I stare at the reflection in the mirror for a while longer. The only thing I can recognize are my green eyes. I remember Damien used to compliment them all the time. Eventually I snap myself out of it. As weird as I look, we don't have a lot of time. I'll get used to it, sooner or later. I turn, and that's when I'm met with the weirdest part of my body. Oh, what the fuck? Along my spine are several pieces of metal. This reminds me of like the Matrix almost, when they're plugged into those chairs. They look like ports. I'm not very flexible right now, but I managed to get my arm around to feel one of them. I push into one of them and immediately feel a wave of nausea, almost falling over. Why would you do that? That's the last thing I would do. Oh, there's some sort of flash, a bright light, along with the feeling of tightness around my limbs. Fuck, my face was hard enough, but that's not something I'm going to get used to so easily. I shake myself out of my stupor and just rush to get my clothes on, not wanting to look at what the mirror is showing me anymore. Oof, interesting. Thankfully it doesn't take long for me to figure out an outfit. It's a black turtleneck and dark pants. I can't tell what they're made of though. The turtleneck is light, but I feel like I'm already warming up. The pants almost feel like jeans, but smoother with fabric I've never felt before. Probably best not to think about it as long as they're functional. That's all I care about. I'm ready to leave as I push the button thing on the table. It takes about a minute for the door to open. I wonder if she fell asleep again. I don't blame her. I'm surprised they have anyone working this late at night. I gather up all the extra clothes in one arm and my old scrubs in the other. I try to compose myself, still disturbed by what I've become. This is interesting. What happened to Damien and Diana and everyone? Marantha's back at her desk, waving at me. Cooper finally lifts his head from his axiom and walks over to the desk. He doesn't look thrilled. Welcome back! Oh wow, that outfit does look nice on you. Very comfortable. I might try that designer out myself. Well, thanks. I'm not sure if I'm much to look at, though. Oh hush, you're definitely one of the more unique-looking humans I've ever come across. Is it because of the long white hair? She turns to Cooper. Wouldn't you agree? She's beaming. I don't think even grumpy Cooper can ignore that. You looks okay. Unique is definitely a good word. I rub the back of my neck. It wasn't much, but I do appreciate the compliment. Cooper needs a bath, okay? I don't have very good things to say about him. After everything in the dressing room, I'm desperate for any boost of confidence. So, how much? Well, let's see. Give me a moment to calculate everything. She takes out her frilly axiom and starts tapping away. I move next to Cooper, wondering what they're doing. Is this how money works around here? More or less. At least in ritzy cities, they don't trust physical cash. Weird. Cooper huffs before lifting his own axiom. I can see him slide the screen to a different window. There are numbers along it. And there! That should do it. She types before sliding the screen forward and it appears on Cooper's. I can actually read it for once. Maybe it's a customer service thing? Cooper reads it too and doesn't look happy. He grimaces and groans quite loudly. I guess it's expensive. He looks me over again before sighing and tapping the button. I think his signature pops up along with the numbers on his screen dropping near to 0. Oh, now I feel bad. Thank you for your patronage, Mr. Krager, huh? Cooper narrows his eyes at her, then slides his axiom off with annoyance. We're leaving now. Oh, okay. I turn to Marantha. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again sometime. Oh, you. That's supposed to be my line. She reaches over a counter to shake my hand. Pleasure doing business with you as well, sir. Don't worry about the clothes. I'll take care of them. Thanks. I appreciate it. I hand her the pile of clothes I didn't take, keeping the ones I wore under my arm. I tried to fold them like she gave them to me, but yeah, that was kind of hard. Have a good morning, boys. Interesting. You too, man. Hope you get some good rest. We wave to each other, but then Cooper locks his arm around mine, taking us out of the establishment. What is Cooper's job anyway? Is he like a good guy bounty hunter or something? It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it, he says to himself. Guess I was right that it was expensive. Sorry. It's fine, it was my idea, and I'll get paid soon again anyways. Just know that it didn't come cheap. Okay, thank you. Cooper huffs and nods before letting me walk on my own. We walk again on the sidewalks, however this time I don't know where we're going. I mean, did you know before? I'm curious about something though. So, Cooper Krager? He whips around to look at me. Uh-oh. If you know what's good for you, don't say that name again. Okay, sorry. He huffs yet again and continues on. I don't really want to be in a bad spot with him. Sure, he's kinda pushy, but in even just the past few hours he's done nothing but take care of me. I need to figure out a way to repay him somehow. So where are we going? Home. I pause. I know we're going to resume, but what about right now? What? No. He turns to me. We're going to my home. You'll be spending the night. This time I stop walking before going wide-eyed. Wait, you're not homeless? What? How can he be homeless? Look at all this stuff he's got on and he just paid like so much for a pair of clothes. He's not homeless. Surely not. I'm partly joking, but with how shady he is and with how much he smells, I just assumed he was. He looks completely done with me though, and he doesn't even give me a verbal reaction. He just keeps walking. I go to catch up to him. I guess I should expect unexpected things. Like spending the night with a strange world with a strange wolf. I still don't know what's going on, what is actually happening. Oh, Damien! Damien! You're not gonna sleep the whole weekend away, are you? I might be tempted to if you let me. Come on, wake up before I make you. I feel the sensation of Damien ripping my covers off, waking up to a cool blast of air. What on earth? Chapter 2 objectives. Well, I think I should probably leave this video there then, since it's in chapters. We'll do like a video per chapter. That sounds pretty good to me. Anyway, that was my first episode of Remember the Flowers. So far, if I could describe this so far in 2 words, it's interesting and confusing. Like, I don't know what is going on, but it is interesting, like a good kind of confusion. Also, I still don't know who the name of our character is, other than he's got long white hair and metal things in the back of his spine, but yeah, I like it so far. I'm definitely down to read more of this, and if you guys want to see more of this, all you gotta do is just like the video and let me know. If you like my video, there's a like button down there just waiting for you to press it. And if you enjoy my content and you find yourself coming back for more, just please consider subscribing. It means the world to me when people like, subscribe, and watch my videos. I don't know, just a feeling. It feels good that I provide stuff that people like watching. Anyway, I will see you friendos in the next video, which is most likely going to be more of this. Bye bye!